That's the magic of streaming. You get to see behind the scenes. Because I thought, hold on a sec, what's wrong with my view? Sorry. What's going on? Oh, damn it. I'm looking at one screen and forgetting that there's actually a time delay. So, apologies on that. There you go. That's better. Greetings and salutations, one and all. I was semi-organised, but then I got distracted. I was just catching up with some stuff on social media. And then I thought, oh, bugger, it's gone 8. Yeah, sorry. First again, well done, Anton. Damn it, his camera wasn't even settled. Yeah, sorry. Salute. Or score. Oh, yeah. Honestly, I came into the the hub about half an hour ago, and I was just getting myself like changed, sorted out everything. And you know, like you said, they go, "Oh, I've had a notification. Let's see what's going on there." And I'm like, literally just going down a rabbit hole. Oh, and then message or comments. I mean, coming up. So I'm like, oh, sort of like that. So yeah, and then I thought, oh bugger, it's 2 minutes past 8. See, that's what you get. This is 100% live. Oh, that's the with rabbit holes, right? Like it's one of my favourite times of I was a good few years ago during sort of lockdown period, and I was like, look, I remember it was on a YouTube deep dive, as I like to call them. And I remember the video that caught my interest was some guys up out on a boat near some islands, and there was a shark, and it like came up to the boat and it was like floating on its side because I think it had something attached to it, and it's come up for help, and they've like got the thing out, and the shark has gone, see you later guys, thanks, and off it went, sort of thing. So that was the first video. About must have been about 3 to 4 hours later, because this was like late at night. I was like lying in bed, and then the last thing I was watching, and I'd watched several of these, was a YouTube channel called Mexican Survival Guide, and it was 2 young guys, and one is like the straight guy going, "Oh man, I'm really hungry," sort of thing like that, and the other guy goes, "Hey, why don't you try this rather nice Mexican origin food or snack or whatever," sort of thing. And it was like they're like little bloody not rom-coms, but you know, like little comedy sort of things, but they're playing it like, hey, like an infomercial type thing, and I absolutely loved it. And it was 4 a.m. in the morning. I thought, where the hell? How did I go from sharks in an ocean somewhere, like Arctic, not Arctic, but like, you know, it was a colder place, sort of thing, to Mexican Survival Guide? And I can't remember what happened in between, but I know that I went on a journey of learning random shit. Salute pros, cheers. I've got a nice lemonade beer radler. Nice. I honestly, sometimes I do like, we over here we call them like lager tops. So literally, you fill up a pint and you leave about that much, and you top it up with lemonade. Because I like my beer, my lager, but I like that little fizzy freshness to it as well. You know, a shandy, which is like half and half. Yeah, that's all right if you're driving, you can have like a couple. But I do prefer, like, if I'm in a pub, I'll have a top mostly, Depends on the drink though, or what they've got available. Because yeah, you've got you have your flavour, you have your palate, you have the ones that you want to um, that you would normally go. Like you go to a bar, you look for a beer that you go, yeah, I want some of that action because I know that I'm going to have a good time with that. And if they haven't got your poison, then you improvise, overcome, and adapt, and you go with something else. Um, so yeah, you know, a Radler, you know, lager top, it's all good. You know, sometimes if you're been drinking already, that's the danger point where you would just go off and you end up drinking all sorts of shit. Um, well, what? Yeah, what are you up to, Alicord? And evening to Engine Phil. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Um, yeah, I don't know if anyone saw my post on Instagram earlier on. I finally pulled the trigger on what I wanted with my birthday present, which was some Games Workshop vouchers. I had some left over from previous, like Christmas present or something like that. So I put them all together, and I obtained. Well, a pretty bit of wire. So I just dropped one. So the Mechanicum Krios tanks. So in this box, you can build 6 or 3 and 3 apparently, or you know whatever 2, 1. I don't know. It was 3 or 3 or 6 really. So you have the Krios or you have the Venator, which is the plasma fusel weapon. So I got 2 boxes of these because I thought I need some tanks for my Mechanicum, and just to round it off, I got the Karaknos assault tank, of which there are 4 within the box. So that's like another. I think that's like a squadron size anyway, or it might be 2 plus 1 plus 1 sort of thing. So yeah, 2 to 4. So that gives me some additional sort of like artillery support with the Karaknos, but having some, you know, some tanks. So I'd probably do 6 of the Lightning Cannon Krios and 6 of the Venator, because I like to have options, as I've often said. As I say, from the other night, we got another 4 bases done with the 2 heavy sentinels and 2 more of the Ogrins. Oh, he did it. Why are you being such a little shit? Again, I'm going to mess about with the bloody settings. I don't know why it just keeps on resetting, but we're used to it now, I'm sure. Honk. Configure video, camera control, focus. Focus! I'll take it off auto because it's not doing the auto. There. Apply. OK. And OK. Thank you. So that's the Charonite Ogrins. So another little sprue of them. So 4 sprue base. So that's 8. Well, 4 bases, and then the little heavy sentinels with its little missiles and multi-laser type array. So that was actually quite a nice little couple of hours. As I said, I only done about 2 and a bit hours the other night, and we got them. So that was pretty cool. All right. Evening, Kenneth. How are you, buddy? You alright? What are you up to? Right. Oh fuck! I haven't even done any bloody socials yet. So, what am I going to paint tonight? I don't know. Sorry, as I said, I've got bases to do. Sorry, I've got these guys are all finished up, so I've got to sort these out. Yeah, so you're still deciding what to do as well. Well, that's something we both got in common, and that's okay. That is good. And padonk. So share. Copy link. Share. There. Hey now. Live now. Bonk, done, bish, bosh, roger. And then we go, I dunk. So, yeah. I've still got Turkey Man there as well, which the Turkey Man is looking at me. It's going like, you want to do something with me, boy? And I'm like, ah. He has this power. He honestly has this power. Hey, at everyone. Dunk, bonk, dunk, slam dunk, the funk. Finally, what am I going to do? Yeah, fuck it, let's stick it up there. So, sip a drink. So I like sharing the travesty of doing this and how bad at streaming. Oh, unleashed. There you go. Bosh. Bang. Right, fuck it. That's it. That's done. Hey! Turkey Man, always watching, always judging. No, we're not going to allow that. Thank you very much. I don't want to start downloading my phone to my computer. That way lies madness. Right. Hello, sir. Ben, so what are you up to, you little devil? What is everyone doing? Come on. I know Kenneth's still thinking about what he's doing, so he's the only one who's admitted what he's up to. That's fine. That's fine. These guys, I need to shift these out. Fuck it. Turkey Man's getting it. I've had enough. He's just so... Oh, God. He is so judgy. I've got them there as well. So anyone else coming into the chat is going to go, wait a second, I thought you was doing Legions Imperialis. Because that's what I advertised. That's what I put out there into the open, into the wild, as what I was doing. But hello, I am not. Hey Forge, have you been to Forge World? I have been to Forge World. I've lived in Forge World, literally. Last time I was up in Forge World was March for the store anniversary. So I always go in there and I chat with the staff and basically see what's occurring in the world of Forge World. Turkey Man, where you gonna run to? Turkey Man. Trying to make myself paint and I can't face picking up a brush somehow. Have you tried just smearing paint on with your fingers? Go down a different route. Become your own worst nightmare. In the last 2 months. No, I say literally March was the last time I was in Forge World, so that was. That's better because I like to see my fire wasp. No, has something changed? I know it's still hard to get hold of a lot of stuff, and to be fair, I wouldn't be surprised if that'll continue for a while. Let's get a little clean up, because this is a metal model. So just making sure there's no loose bits of flash anywhere. Yeah, so what's been occurring up there, buddy? Trying to get some more knights, you know. Oh, right. Well, like the not the like little small Armiger types, Morax and stuff like that, or the all the other ones are coming out in plastic now anyway, aren't they? So we have got the Atrapos now in plastic. So yeah, all the Lancers are all out, and I don't think they've done the Megara or the the Styrax or Porphyrion. So if they do the Porphyrion and the Acastus in plastic, then I might get an Acastus just to finish off the set. Oh yeah, we've got that other one that they brought out as well. God damn it! The problem with knights, there's loads of them. Turkey Man is pasted. The Atrapos is not out yet. Oh, okay. Yeah, because I've been dealing with all the small stuff. I've not been paying attention to any of the like 40k, 30k stuff at all. Really, it's not in my field of vision at present. But as I said, if the Acastus Atreus comes out in plastic, then yeah, I will basically get involved. Yeah, I'd say that's not a bad view. I'm just cooking myself a turkey. Move these out of the way. Well, well, well. If it isn't one of my dinner dates, Dante Paints. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you, buddy? Your travel's not out yet, but a lot of the models from the cabins are not there anymore. Well, yeah, as I said, because all those knights are being transferred into plastic, so there's no point in having them. They're just winding down Forge World. So all those sort of big hits, if they do it with Titans, that will be interesting. And like the legendary plastics of Thunderhawk. But the smaller kit, so Knights in particular, they're all out in plastic, so there's no point in having them in resin. So they will come out eventually, because that's one thing that they do is they are consistent. So like when they first brought out, for example, Specialist Games done Blood Bowl, um, you knew because of how well that received that they'd be going down the route of Necromunda, they'd be going down the route of Adeptus Titanicus, and obviously now into well, they did Aeronautica. Well, Aeronautica came out in the early 2000s, didn't it? And then sort of had that little resurgence. It makes money, so they basically just go dormant, bring them back out again. But where they're transferring all the manufacturing resources into utilizing plastic for kits, yeah, make the molds and get them out there. So, plastic Stormbird or Manta, yeah, fuck it. And the long-awaited Imperator Titan in 40k scale. Wayland Warcrader was super busy at the weekend. Yeah, let's say that they were as busy as they were at Salute. Although I don't know, because last year, I suppose because of they've expanded out more, have more space, and there was more space to roam. I remember last year at UK Games Expo, it's so confined, and this year it was a bit more. There was obviously some busy avenues, like the real popular ones, like the one going down in Hall 3A, like from like Trench Crusade, Asmodee, Element Games. That was generally quite busy compared to other avenues. So yeah, it was a bit cray cray at times, but that's how it works nowadays. What am I doing? Let's look for a base. I've got a base. Space for Turkey Man. Let's find Turkey Man base. I'm sure I've got 32 now. $32 Turkey Man. There you go. I think that's paint on there. Honk. So, and where's my? There it is. Perfect. 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 Fuck me. That's, right. Scheiße. One has made a faux pas. Get on there. Lovely having a dinner date with you. Yes, it was quite a pleasant evening. Hang out with yourself, Millie, Nerdcore, or Alex, sorry, Em, Sabrina, and Mark. So it was unexpected, but Millie insisted. It's like Cassie Lander. Millie told me I had to go. Plus, I had to drive Millie, Mark, and Sabrina there. So yes, but it was a lovely evening. Nice little away from the expo. So definitely a good way to end the evening. I got in about 11:45 after leaving. And I just put my hand in super glue, so I now just stuck my fucking fingers. Such is life. Okay, right, Turkey Man. So I'm just going to give him a second spray to get the base done. Voila. And that's one basted turkey. Unbasted turkey, sorry. Alright, get that done. Yeah, Gav, did you see Phil? Because Phil was down there. I only saw who was right in front of me. It was terrible. I kept them. Well, I say when we were sitting in that at the table, I was trying to catch up with messages and notifications, but for some reason that tent was just like a lead-lined teepee where nothing was getting through. And I didn't want to get up and go outside just to get fucking internet when I'm listening to conversations. So yes, it was a good little weekend. I was speaking to Phil earlier on in the week. We met up for breakfast at our usual restaurant or cafe, the last place on the left. And yeah, it was just letting him know that I needed that weekend or that day out because I'd been feeling pretty low for a while, and as I say, seeing people that I know on the internet um, and obviously online friends, buddies, companions, amigos. It was really nice, and it helped me out a little bit. Well, it helped me out quite a lot, sort of thing, to actually recenter myself. Um, because sometimes even the best of us can have a little bit of a wobble. Um, Unfortunately, Ben wasn't there, even though we was in the city in which he lives. He didn't even have the audacity to come down. I'm gonna mock you and vilify you, Ben, because I love you so much. But yeah, he was busy that day. But he did meet up with Kenda and his new friend, his new best bud. Yeah, as I say, I was in work and got a random message from him saying, I'm in Essex this weekend. I was wondering if he was around. And I went, all right, because I know she's like originally from Chelmsford. Um, I said, well, unfortunately, I'm working. I said, like, you're not, and I went like, you're not at Iron Skull, are you? I said, yeah, I'm down at Iron Skull at the moment. I went, oh, bloody hell. I said, like, that's like half an hour away from me. I said, look, if you want, you can come down and visit visit me at work, sort of thing. Um, or I say, if you want to hang around, it's on my way home, sort of thing. We'll just have a have a chat. And went, oh yeah, well, I'm pretty much done here now. I'll come over to you. Her grandparents live round the corner to where I work, so she went, oh yeah, I knew where you were, sort of thing, because I remember when I was a student, I lived down here for several months and was, I knew the place around it. So I went, all right, okay. So yeah, so she came over, um, basically was talking about how the event was going, quite, showed me some of the photographs she took and all that sort of stuff. Um, but yeah, it was quite nice. But as I said, I threatened um, to show the forge because the forge is where I work, um, and that's where the name the forge comes from. Because I named my area at work where I had my hobby, um, the forge. There you go. That's an origin story there. There was no uncles murdered by rampant people. It was purely just something that came up, and I just went, I like the sound of that. That's cool. Probably influenced by my friend and author Graham McNeil, because on Facebook he used to have his personal like author page was the Fortress of Hera, and when I created my Facebook hobby page, I went the Forge of Mars. So yeah, there you go. But yeah, I basically I, I saw them there, and I just went, well, I ain't fucking doing anything with them. And so I went, here's some Wraith Knights, and like, oh, I've got one Wraith Knight and all that. I said, well, you've got another three now. Here you go. And you went, what? I said, do you want anything for him? I went, no, I'm not using them. You do something with them. And yeah, so I just gave her three Wraith Knights. Because I did explain to her as well in my hobby existence, there has been several times when there have been, um, I like to call mass hobby extinctions, where I've just basically gone, yeah, fuck it, and I've just given away stuff. So she was in the right place at the right time, and she got some free stuff. So as I said, they've been sitting in there for a couple of years. They've had a good run out, and had been used, but I didn't use them. It was the boys. So yeah, so there you go. With the new weapons in 3.0, I think that my knights will be done for. I wouldn't be surprised. They're always changing shit up and causing mayhem. Right. I'm going completely off-piste because I have no idea what I'm doing with this
Now
fucking
it's
thing.
even easier to sell for
And what's
free
the
than
fucking
you
advert?
requested.
Stop being adverts. I don't want
Maybe you
adverts.
should sell that
Go away,
jigsaw we
you
used a grand total of
stupid adverts.
once.
No. Why do adverts? There's never been adverts before. Swine. Sorry about that. I hate adverts. Depends if there's a decent adjustment in hold points. Well, I remember Phil telling us about he'd watched the old painting phase when I think James Hewitt was on there, funnily enough. And he was saying about, like, you know, oh, we would do this, we'd do that, we'd bring balance, and then they'd go, no, we want it to be overpowered because we know people will buy kits. So yeah, that's all it is. They hype up something, people buy stuff, and then they'll do a FAQ at some point and bring them back down again or whatever. But you know, we all know they do it, but we still subscribe to that method. I will hope to get Eternal Warrior so 2 minutes don't kill him. Who knows what will happen? They just want to sell us our plastic and resin crack. Or maybe not resin crack for much longer. This thing's got testicles. There's definitely some sort of cock pouch there. So you got to bear in mind that this thing is a horrific looking turkey thingy. Oh! So I'm going to replicate the hideousness of Turkey Man as much as I can. Kitchen towel. Oh, shit. Right, change of plan. He says, I can't. Oh, bugger. Yeah, I forgot.
Sorry, peeps.
Nice headsets. No, don't need headsets. That's what I need. It's better. trying to find everything and anything in here at the moment is a freaking nightmare. I haven't sorted out my paint setup in a while, so everything is sprawled. And anyone who's ever seen me hobby knows that I like to spread out. So. Just keeping that downward motion across those delicious cheeks. Look at those cheeks. I might actually just give that a glaze or something, he says, as he looks for some sort of, no, could have been flesh. Have I got anything else? Turkey Man has been doing his squats. He's got buns. Look at those. Gluteus maximus or gluteus maximi. I don't know why I went there with that one. Aha. Right. He says aha, but you have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. Neither do I. Putting us, yes, it is. It's a slippery slope, but it's one that he has embraced, for he is Turkey Man. I am wetting this motherfucker down. Go for like a Mr. Universe. Also, it does remind me of Peachy a bit. I don't know if that was intentional or just wishful thinking. Where's that? There you are. And it's got a little gooch. Shake that up. Yeah, this boy works out. But to be this homicidal, murdering, avian badass, you gotta have a good ass. Bernard Matthews wouldn't be wrong with this bird out in the packaging. Those delts and those quads. Where's she? It's giving them a little bit of now, I would like to see someone do a Turkey Man, but in non-metallic metal. Because why the fuck not? Go for it. Live your best life. So I'm just literally making this up as I go along. There is no real plan with painting Turkey Man. It's something you can't plan for. You just have to embrace and see where the evening takes you. Be it takes you to Nirvana, or it takes you to the depths of hell that you probably feel that you are deserving of. Turkey Man painted in bronze. Yes, the Colossus of Rhodes. Those poor tiny ships. They did not know what to expect when Turkey Man came to them. He promised them the world and all the gold they could eat. But lo, they were sold a dream that was never theirs to have. But it does feel like, you know, paint that crack. Oh yeah. Like as some monstrous creature, he just exists. It's like the Mothman, but made of turkey. I think the best way to actually go about Turkey Man is actually painting him like he is an oil painting, you know, a really hideous looking oil painting, because that's his lot, that's his life, that is his existence. Little splodges of colour here and there. Getting those little turkey little pinkiness. Just that subtle saturation on those little turkey-like feet. fire. What's that thing? Does he actually have eyes? Oh, they have painted eyes. That's gotta be a fucker. Sorry. Yeah, he's got human eyes. You want to get that purple, any purple that's sort of bled. Get those buns. Get the ball sack, man, ball sack. Sorry, it's just so weird. I did not expect testicles. Sorry, officer, I did not expect testicles here. Beach Wawa. Get some eyeballs action. Right, I'm going to have to put the sex glasses on. Sorry, people. I know you come here for painting, but I'm going to have to get hot and sexy, so bear with. Please contain yourself. There might be children watching. So I couldn't read that. I had the search goggles on. Um, hair down, glasses up. That's the way we like to paint. Yes, that's how we do things around here, people. Um, I'm considering, like, if I think I saw some blood for the blood god somewhere. Having some of it dripping from his fingertips. What's that? Corbett Crimson. Oh, it's Corbett Crimson. I might have had some somewhere. I've got Blood Angel. Same thing, eh? Spirit Stone. Right, now base, how can you go? I'm going to go with my traditional method of concrete rubble. And maybe I can utilize him in a game of Imperial Knights as the hunting rules, because that is still a thing as far as I was aware. There it is. A scary likeness of Prince Philip. Can't do that yet. Got to do the other bit first, and I need to blow some more hot air onto the bloody thing. After hot air, Tyrant Skull. Ba-ba-ba. Good. Shake that motherfucker. Booba shaker, booba shaker. Ah. Random hair. Dirty Dillons. Booger. Girl and cool. What's a sexy boy for you? Hey there, boss. Pleasant surprise. I'm I'm currently painting a turkey man. It's different to what I normally do, I know. It's not a type, it's not a knight, it's a monstrosity. And look at those tight buns. Tightest buns. Be still your beating heart, I know. Yeah, it was staring there, mocking me. It really was. Everyone in the chat can attest to that. I was forced. My hand was forced by its maniacal, homicidal turkeyness, and thus we are here. All right, Phil, thank you for dropping in, buddy. I hope you have a lovely evening, whatever you are up to. Are you hobbying tonight, boss? Or are you reading your books? Or, sorry, what are you up to? Finishing my statuesque miniature toy troll. Oh, nice. He is an interesting chap. I need to get these bits a bit pinkier, I think. The turkey legs. They need a bit pinkying. That's Kislev flesh, which I've actually usually been using. I don't have a lot in pink, apart from Emperor's Children pink. Korobor Crimson. I think it sounds like it started raining again. That's a pencil. He's quite an attractive chap. He has a face that only a mother could slap. It's fucking... I'm really doing a lot of focus on his butt. Well, if he's put the effort in, I should put the effort in with his buttocks. Yeah, we are definitely raining here. Still heavy where you are, boss. So I'm just adding some washes in just to accentuate certain aspects of this magnificent turkey beast. That's all right then. Beep-a-dee-boo. Yeah. Sort of underlighting. Well, he does have a magnificent muscle structure. We're trying to accentuate it as best we can. This stuff is like Pepto-Bismol. But I do have those sort of like, you know, pinky leggy bits. From what I remember seeing, like, you know, like whole plucked chickens in supermarkets or butcher's windows, sort of thing. That's what I'm trying to remember. Alright. Hairdryer. Now this monstrosity chap, right? I've got a feeling for eyebrows. Does he deserve eyebrows? Is that a thing? Should I bother with trying to give him fucking eyebrows? I don't know why. It's Victor Meldrew. That's, well, no, actually, no. It's the other guy. There's another guy like Victor Meldrew that you see in things. He's always playing an old miserable sod. Plucked eyebrows. He's got eyeliner drawn on eyebrows. Oh. Okay. I fucking missed a trick, didn't I? Because I banned Squiddo basing stuff. And also, what the reason why I just discovered that is because I knew that a certain somebody in the chat had lent me some tufts, and she's always said that you have to have tufts on a base. And I'm listening to that person because I have some tufts that I acquired from them. Where's my... As I said, I am not organised. I'm really badly organised. I'm thinking of like a tuft like that. Should I be daring and go for 2 tufts, or would the one just accentuate? Look at that face. Hello. Hello. Actually, I'm going to see. I'm going to have a look in this little box of wonderment, because it does have bones in, like that. So I'm thinking a couple of bones, perhaps. Yeah. I'm just searching through this for body parts. Sorry, I think I just nudged the camera. I do apologise. It's a female. Bones are good. Yeah, they are. Oh shit. I'm thinking one last bone out the back. So you can see two bones there around the little tuft, which I like it. Sorry. But one last bone here. I don't know if there's anything like skulls in there actually. Oh, there is a little skull. There's a little skull. Oh shit! I dropped the skull. Little skull. I could put the skull just at the back there because I don't want to. It's too much at the front. We'll now put those two bones there. I'll put the skull at the back. fucking it's like he's pooped it. He's pooped a skull. It's not too late. I can move. I can move it. Maybe the skull at the front. Maybe the skull next to the bone and the tuft. I'm shooting skulls here. Sorry. There's a little dig through, see what other treasure. Is there any of treasure in there? I can break that off. That's not going to be hard. Lots of little, look at those little tiny bones. Little tiny bones. Also misshapen. A little skull. Well, that's an intact skull. I think it's because it's an intact skull that I'm having issues with that. So that's coming off. There you go. That's off. Or, as I said, tidy this up. That's got a little spur in it. Right, so this is the other option. We put skull there. Oops, sorry. Skull there. And I'll just find a tiny bone to put at the back. Try and get some of that grass over. And I'm going to find one of those little tiny bones. For the back. I think that works better. And put these other bones back into the box. But yeah, I've never have opened this to look. I know when this was from Salute last year, I think. No, Salute this year. What am I talking about? Salute this year. When I was it was this year. Because it was the only thing I bought at Salute, which was this stuff. So you've got skull and bones in there. So quite a nice little mix. It's got the same sort of density, apart from like a few more rocks and bits in it. Right, so that can go away. Put these little grassy bits back in. I remember to bring these with me when I come up next and return them to you. Abaddon. Yes. god, it's metal. That is heavy. I'll bring them over with me as well. You can have a little rummage through them. They actually, I didn't realise just like how good they actually are. And again, it's like, you know, I don't often, obviously I'm doing smaller bases, so the bones would be a little bit OTT really, wouldn't they? But they are perfectly sized little bits. Obviously once I've just do this base rim, I might have to give this 2 coats. He paints his thumb. Well done, mate. Well done. Well, they don't just do bones then. Oh, that's a shame. That was, well. I'll make mention when I'll send this over to like picture to Annie, because to be honest, this is the first. I think this is the first model I've bought from Annie from Bad Squiddo that I've actually painted. I've got like several other things. Like I always buy something from Annie's stall every visit, and I keep meaning to. Well, I keep meaning to paint the Capybara Bazooka, but obviously I get distracted, and you know, distraction and Gundam, you know, doesn't help. I can stick myself on there. But yeah, like, what's it? Games Workshop, they did do like that pack of the skulls, didn't? What the fuck was that? Pack of the skulls. Something fell. I don't know what it is. I can't see. Right. Thinking, should I just do a bit of colour or something, or a little bit of like purple on the veins? Yeah, I know we've got like the slight purpley sort of membrane of his amazing wings, but should I actually go with like a purplishness, or ooh, no, I don't want red. I don't really want red. Do you want purple? What's the music like? It's on YouTube. Gods of the Forgotten Realms. That's that. Hold on. Because I can do this. Share. Copy link. Go to there. Put it in the chat. Ha 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 ha. There you go. Ooh. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was a rip-off of something, to be honest with you. You know what these random, music people are like. Hello, Nigel. See you sneaking in there. I've painting up something a little bit more raunchy. I don't know what the fuck that is. Like, is that meant to be like some? Sorry, is that meant to be some sort of like pouch? I can't, because of the sculpt. It's like, is he wearing a like a thong? Gotta go, mate. Love it. Love you too, mate. Hope you have a pleasant evening, whatever you're up to for the rest of it. And I'll catch up with you again soon, no doubt, you marvellous thing. Imperialis Mortarian, out there, Sophis. How are you, buddy? Yeah, the Turkey Man I came a calling is so I picked this up from UK Games Expo last weekend, and it's been sitting in its box just next to where I work, and it's been staring at me all week when I've been at the desk. And tonight I just gave in. I can't deal with this no more. But yeah, Mortarion of Legions Imperialis, I think, is an appropriate name, because I think this is the first model I've ever painted where it has a ball sack and butt showing. So, how you doing anyway, Sophie? So you back continuing the hobby? Have you regained a little bit more momentum with your stuff? How is it going? So I'm just going to grab a beer in the fridge. Ooh. The ball sack is usually just implied. Implied ball sack. That's new. Implied ball sack. PG-18. But yeah, he's definitely something. I'll give him that. Right, just wanna. Do I want to do it? Do I want to do it? Kind of do. I know I do. I just deny it. Just we were considering giving it eyebrows. Just there's some English actor it reminds me of, and I thought of Victor Meldrew, but it's not him. It's another one. He's got a very nasally, weaselly voice, but he looks like him. I can't remember for the life of me. Like he's in like the sitcoms, obviously. Eddie Marsden. No, it's not Eddie Marsden, no. Ken Campbell. Yes, it's Ken Campbell. Well done, that man. Do I try lips as well? I'm going too far into this monster. Look at him with his bones and skulls of his victims. He's licked them dry. There's no meat left on those delicious morsels that were there. That femur bone. But yeah, it's definitely Eddie Marsden. Not Eddie Marsden, sorry, fucking Ken Campbell. Sorry, we've just established that. I've regained the want to paint. Getting at it feels like learning to drive stick again. Well, I've stripped those bunnies and are ready to respray after Sarah comes in off the porch. Nice. I love Ken. I was more upset when he died than my own dad. Oh, dude. Oh. Bless you. What else could I do to this fucking thing? I don't feel he's properly complete. You can see the implied ball sack. I was trying to keep that right. Okay, hear me out. Should I gloss the buns only, so he's got a shiny tush? Is that something that could be done? Glowing eyes. Well, I think it's more terrifying just having those staring. I'm just doing a really hard shit. Something. This is going to hurt me more than it's going to hurt you, but the emotional damage will be immense. A turkey tattoo. Oh. A butt tattoo. I don't know. I think a butt tattoo would detract from the glorious butt. But a tattoo does sound interesting. His arms are a bit. I don't know. Like I'm thinking like a Popeye like anchor, but then it's not bulgy enough. Tramp stamp. Oh, tramp stamp. Oh, that Mm, Imperial fist tattoo on the butt. I like the tramp stamp. I like the tramp stamp. Um, I do like the idea of a tramp stamp. um, because that's a totally Turkey man thing, isn't it? Really, he'd totally have a tramp stamp. Stamp, tattoo. Never did I think when I woke up this morning that I'd be looking at images of tramp stamps. I don't think the buns need help. The buns are there. So I'm looking at lower back tattoos at the moment. Rip your search history. Oh, Pinterest. Yeah, I went on incognito first. Well, I've just seen Boss's belly tattoo. Well, no, I haven't seen her personally. It looks similar. So, because obviously there's a whole lower torso tattoo section. Well, that's pretty cool tattoo. It's like a yeah, that's pretty cool. Phoenix, that's it. I'm pretty impressed with that. Yeah, fuck off! Am I doing a fucking phoenix on the back of a turkey? Who's ever heard of something so ridiculous? Screw you, hippie. Although there is like a teeny turquoisey colour that I quite like the look of. um, I don't. Oh, damn it! Because it's got a little dimple in the back, right? So what I'm worried about is trying to do a Tadurkan. Going across there, like if I did it colourful, yes, it would stand out. Um, but a rubber ducky. This could make seriously make or break it. See, all right, okay, like what I could try to do. There he goes. He fucking just comes in with the fucking love heart. Okay. I'm not going to be able to write your mum. It's fucking tiny. The fact that you won't try that annoys me. I've got to come to terms with trying to do a butt tattoo incorporating a heart with a banner and your mum. That's a lot to put on a cheek. All right, so I have my limits, Nigel. Left cheek or right cheek? I have faith in you. Many people don't. Left. Okay, so it's more exposed. Right, I'll start with a love heart and go from there. Okay. Thank you, Kenneth, and Sophis. Thanks for your support. Going in. I'm putting the sex goggles on, hairs down, goggles. I'll try and. I can't see fucking what I'm doing. This is going to be painful. Red chick is over fascists. That way you can spread it across both cheeks if needed. The night we just... Look, if I go in with trying to write your mum underneath that, because that's like 2 millimeters. The heart is enough. Alfarius. Fucking Alpha Legion. Am I still a disappointment to you, Nigel, with just the heart? Forest. Yes. I honestly, I don't think that I honestly I could not physically put a banner with your mum on there. It is too fucking small for me, and making it big would be too much. But that is a sweet spot of a heart. So I appreciate you for for suggesting the heart, because I had no fucking idea what to fucking do. And yeah, I like big butts, and I like a heart. Fucking got a heart on Turkey Man's butt. Shut up. What's the point of those goggles if you ain't gonna trade them? You are such an arse sometimes. I had to really try and focus just to get a heart on a butt of a fucking turkey man with the fucking sex goggles. But I wish I could clip this. I don't know. I've run this thing for like 4 or 5 years. I ain't got a fucking clue how to clip it either, mate. It is possible. Yeah. Oh my poor cheeks. What the fuck am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. What am I doing? Why am I touching stuff? So you have made my week. Well, I thank you. What I was my pleasure. What I was trying to get to the heart, because there is someone should get hold of Annie, get her to the side if he needs. Hold on. So whether or not she's up, she might be with the guinea pigs. Uh, Rugby Pacific, his left buttock. I'll take a send. Right, I'm I've sent it to her. It's whether or not she's awake, because she's a very tired little bundle, is Annie, after the whole UK Games Expo. But I'm still recovering from the expo, and I was only there for one day. What am I doing? What was I doing? Alright, I'm going to post that into the Discord. Where are we? Where am I along there? Alright, I'm popping that into Discord. So you can see a bit better. At least. Alright. Oh, yeah. Where am I? Oh, there I am. Alright, okay. Okay, right, okay. I'm more comfortable with trying to put mum on there than your mum. But I might have to cheat and use a micro pen, because it's easier for me to do it with a micro pen than it is to try and do it with a very small brush. Because like doing a shape like a heart is one thing, doing script is completely different. I don't trust myself with that buttock like that. But that's the thing, right? You know, this is like a major thing. This is the biggest part of this actual project. Putting mum on Turkey Man's buttock. Now, what I was trying to get back to saying a little while ago, there is actually a thingy. There is a connection. So the first time I hung out at Salute at Bad's Widow, which was, that was pre-COVID. It was pre-COVID. So 2019, I think. First time I hung out there. Might have been 2018. It's one of those two, right? And they had the colouring in things. So they had like the black and white pictures that Annie makes and brings down there for the colouring in table. So I used the table there as a base camp, and me and a couple of friends were just sitting there colouring in. And it was the first picture I ever did was, shut up. There was a picture of one of the rabbits riding a bomb, like ears flapping in the wind as it's going down, like towards the ground. And I deliberately, it sounds weird, I drew the rabbit as a white rabbit. So there was white crayon, so on paper, on white, yeah, of course that's going to stand out. But I did give it a little heart tattoo, and I think I did put mum underneath it. It was either that or I did an arrow through the heart. I can't remember, but it was definitely a thing on there. And they took a picture of it, and the following year, when it was advertising Bad's Widow being at Salute, they used that picture, and then there's another picture of me sitting there with my mate Dave and Mike, I think it was, sitting there colouring in. No. Don't you start playing that card with me, you swinehund. The thing is, everything that you would use on a scroll, everything you use on a scroll is the same colour as the fucking flesh. So I would have to go for a darker tone for the banner. But like the Zandri dust, because anything else is going to be, it's going to distort it. Or it has to be yellow. The colour of the skin is the colour of the scroll, just like real life. So it can be done with blind bucket. You have way too much faith in me. That's way too much faith. But that's going to take up a lot of space as well. I can't say there's no way I can physically get that around that heart. Not with those turkey legs. So MUM yeah, banner work. Right mum on the other cheek. Oh, I just remember wish. What the fuck? Bet you just did the big phoenix tat now, don't you? I'll be honest with you, yes. The big phoenix tattoo. The big phoenix tattoo would have been a breeze by comparison. Oh, fucking hell. Right, okay. I'm thinking. All right, stop it, will you? Nigel, get out of my brain. I'm thinking. It just looked like stick and poke. Now I was actually just then going to think about doing an eye, and then heart, and then Nigel. See, that could work. Eye, heart, Nigel. I think I'm happy at doing that. It's almost going into tramp stamp territory, but you know, just doing a little eye there, that, and then Nigel there. Oh, stuck to me my tissue. That's not called for. I love NB. Well, yeah. Right. I love NB. Booba shaker, booba shaker, booba shaker. To show his love of pencils. I'm more of a HB person myself. I'm like, I like it hard. Pardon moi. Also, I think we missed a trick. I think thinking about it, like putting fuck's sake. Oh, fucking doing a B would be so fucking difficult. I did say micro pencil, but then I thought, fuck everybody, I'm doing it with a fucking brush because I'm a badass motherfucker. And I just forgot what I was just doing. just tried outlining the heart. You bastards. Heard that rumour. You fuck off. What font you doing? I vote for Comic Sans. Didn't you say? Yeah, Mark Penn, Wingdings, yes. Wingdings, that old classic. Just forgot what I was doing. Nigel was right. Old man, paint the style. I'm trying to paint the tiniest gnome. Oh, I need to see your gnome face that you're painting. Not you know. I'm going to want a photo of that, Lee. Yes, you can have a photo of it. I'm not finished with it yet. So. Nigel, where are you? There you are. I had the brush on the cheeks and it's so beautiful what's happening. So basically, Nigel in the chat is the person that instigated this whole thing, because I wanted to do, obviously I'm working on this a beautiful man, or turkey man, and I wanted to accentuate his buttocks, so I said about maybe like gloss varnishing them to make them shine, and a tattoo got mentioned. So oh, sorry, I've just been distracted. Crystal just sent me through this little gnome that she's working on. Oh, that's pretty cute. Oh. Can I show that to the class, Crystal, if that's okay? Or is that something I want to keep quiet? I don't want to. What have you done? Oh, fuck. Crystal has put a link to part of the video of the live stream into Discord. Right, so that's what Crystal's working on. She also reminds me of somebody. So Annie, because Turkey Man reminded me of someone, Kenneth actually, it is basically Ken Campbell, British actor and director, is who he reminded me of. But yeah, that's yeah, he's. I was trying to go for a very subtle job with him, and I used some of your texture basing material. So a couple of bones and a skull out of that onto its base, to keep the grimdark Bad Squiddo vibes. I didn't want to make him too much of a he's just murdering people. Nurse Gladys Emanuel, that's it. Nurse Gladys Emanuel. It's a very classy paint job, so thank you very much. That means a lot coming for you. This is also, after all those kits I've bought off of you over the years, this is the first one I've actually painted. Because it's been looking at me. It was on my desk, sitting there, and I swear I heard a voice go, hello. And so I did. But the I love NB, Nigel Brunsden, his fault. he wanted, as I messaged you about the I may have underestimated the ability to actually write small and do small hearts on such a majestic, well-toned butt. Everybody has said he works out, he does his squats, yes, but I think that the tattoo, the little simple tattoo, nothing too elegant, although we did start off talking about a tramp stamp, and then it escalated into possible doing a turquoise and orange phoenix going up onto the back. But yes. His eyes follow you around the toilet. He's definitely got a look about him, and the little gappy teeth, the toothies. Lee, I think you painted it really well. You didn't. Thank you, boss. Thank you. I'm getting embarrassed now. Stop it. Hey, Sip. Greetings. Oh. See, we all knew the tattoo was the way to go. The tattoo was unfortunate. Oh my god. Oh, my cheeks. My cheeks. It's fine. I'm looking at him side on, and I can see his eye looking at me. Hello, I can see you. Oh, I need oxygen. Oh, calm, peace, calm. Glad I checked my phone. An old Badger turns up. Hello, Badger. Actually, Annie, Sophie said earlier on this was basically a representation of Mortarion for Legions Imperialis. This is the alternate timeline Mortarion. um, actually, whilst you're here, is he wearing some sort of underwear? It's like what's he got buddy smugglers on? Oh, yeah, it's Cloaca. Yeah, thank you. I just needed to make sure because I was in a very dark place, wondering and thinking too much about his private space. Clothes making me itch. Obviously, that goes without saying. Like he's a very itchy man, or a turkey man. I don't turkey man. Sly. Oh, sly. I tried to accentuate the lack of stomach muscles because he obviously he doesn't need to work out. He just likes to frolic and fill his tum tum with delicious sweetmeats that happen to be people. But he eats all his food. See, those bones have been cleaned. With the mention of Cloaca, I'm now in love with Squiddo. Well, you all should be in love. All never leaves a drop. The first skull that I put onto the base, I actually placed just here, and then I realised it looked like he just shit it out. So I couldn't go with that. I could not. It would not let me. It would not let me, because that would do him a disservice. Turkey Man deserves more. You had me a Cloaca. Has he been at a shandy again? Yes. Non-shandy lager, the prime ingredient. But I've only had one and a half. Well, I'll say one and a third. But when you're passionately involved with a project, Badger, you put all your heart, your emotions, your senses, your whole essence into it, and then someone comes out with a funny comment and it breaks you. As I admit, I was broken. Because we were talking about his eyes, how his eyes seem to follow you around the room, and then we turned around and looked at the tattoo, and Nigel mentioned that the tattoo also seems to follow you around the room, and that tickled me. He's high on Turkey Man. It's the joy of life of working with something. It's something I obviously I don't do a lot of non-robotic-esque or tank-like or superhumans type things. And I did mention earlier, I've still got my capybara bazooka or cannon sort of thing, and I think of it often, and I really, really should get on to painting it. Um, but I think I've been waiting for Turkey Man, because sometimes we just need a symbol of hope, a symbol that everything can be different. Our stars can change and lead us to paths and experiences anew, and that we shouldn't be embarrassed or ashamed of our cloaca. We should just be proud and rampant across across our dining room. uh, Thinking of the minis is a hobby in itself, indeed. But you know, you can spend hours, days, weeks, months. Yeah, there you go. There's his cloaca. Turkey Man might not be the hero we need, but it's the one we clearly deserve. Turkey Man inspires me. He's had a horrible life of being different, but he's persevered and now he's finding his people. Saturday night, I'm here listening to Lee talk Turkey Men's private parts. Hobby goals achieved. Again, like, this wasn't on the bingo card. This was not on the bingo card. Talking about delicious turkey butts and cloaca. So that's the thing. That's the thing with the stream. It takes you places. It takes me places. I've been here, there, and everywhere. And yes. And not only have we had Turkey Man, we've seen gnomes, lovable little gnome ladies serving drinks, and nothing else really, because I haven't shown any other pictures. Well, you know, they were there, and I thought I'll give his little toffee pegs a little go. You know, it's like, hi, you know. Because I say, I did use the official artwork for Turkey Man as inspiration. There was actually, I did say I would love to see Turkey Man in non-metallic metal, and Kenneth did mention that he should be painted like the Colossus of Rhodes in a rather awesome bronze, and just stand there majestically as the Colossus of Rhodes. He caters for all occasions. All occasions. Look at him. Look at him. Look, he's tired. He has the darkness around the eyes where he's been awake for days, nay, weeks. He's been awake, fighting the good fight and living his best life, and just doing stuff, interesting stuff to him. Maybe not be interesting to us, but to him, it is the pinnacle of his existence. And to celebrate, he'd got his little tattoo, his little I love NB. Could have been I love New York. That would have been a whole different story. That's an adjacent timeline. But because of Nigel's encouragement, mainly getting tattooed in a dive bar. But yes, that was. I like his little veiny flaps. Hello, Marius. You picked a weird time to turn up. But he's got that athletic yet undefined musculature. I'm sorry, but look, it's there. Smile and nod. But yes, he is something. He is something that we could I didn't even realise I was shaking him, but yes, it could be construed that he is. Maybe he's possessing me. I don't quite know. I don't understand. I'm not. I'm not all there at this moment. I am fraught with thoughts of turkeyness. Um, Maybe that is something we should research because there could be something more to this whole phenomenon 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 that one, that thing, that mystery thingy that I cannot quite pronounce at this time, the phenomenon. I'm trying not to do the Muppet way. I really am trying not to do the Muppet way, but I can't. The Muppets have priority. I've got to take my sex goggles off. I'm sorry. I know it's disappointing to some of you there that you probably, enjoying the sex goggles, but I had my head, with all this laughter, my head was feeling quite tight, and I need to relieve the pressure, and maybe I will calm the fuck down. Tonight's dreams will be unique, but filled with delicious turkey. You need to get a tattoo of Turkey Man on your butt. Nigel's right. Phrasing. Sorry. This has been definitely the most interesting and mildly entertaining, I would say. Humorous, maybe, I don't know. Confusing, because the emotions that I'm feeling about this this majestic. Would it be fair to say man beast? Is that a terminology for him? Does he identify as a man beast, or is he just Turkey Man? Join us after the break. Catch up with the chat. Sorry. Phrasing. Gobble gobble. Yes, indeed. He's Promethean. Can't believe I busted my ass off making notable women from history, and Turkey Man becomes my legacy. But Annie, that's the thing. The thing that makes you is the thing that you don't look for, and it's unfortunate sometimes. But sometimes he could be a flag bearer. And have you not thought of maybe having a friend for him? A succulent female friend? Sorry, I've got in my head that whole meme of the succulent Chinese meal. He could have a family. You could make a story of Turkey Man trying to find his family, break all the memes and everything. He could be there. He could be rescued by his life partner. I'm not touching this cloaca. Notable women of history as Turkey ladies. Such a creepy model. Love it. Well, it's a worthy investment. Only available from Bad Squiddo at all good conventions, such as UK Games Expo, which ended last week. Salute. Is there any other events coming up that SIP could get one? Or maybe you should go to badsquiddo.com. I think that's a thing. It's there. And order yourself Turkey Man to be delivered to your home. And cool retailers. Other cool retailers. Yes. Or just do it direct. He probably ate them. We just don't know, Crystal. We just don't know. He's There's depth behind those eyes. Depth, so much depth, and that little lopsided smile he seems to have, it's a knowing smile. He knows stuff. How do I paint beer in a glass? We want to sort of so you want to, if it's at an angle, you want to have that sort of the level going up. I would go at it with some sort of like, well, it's gnomes, isn't it? So like an owl, like a brown owl type look. And now I think I'm trying to remember, like you either keep the top bit like whitish, and then you have the slope with the liquid, the golden browny liquid, or sepia. I'm thinking sepia for some reason. Right, hold on. I need something. What do I need? I need something. Where's all my bit bots gone? All my bots are bitsy botsy. Bugger. Alright, sorry. And this point he can't find any bloody sepia anywhere. Booby shaker. Shake it, booby! Booby shaker! Thank you, booby shaker. Don't know if this will work. Okay. Let's that's up. I need to go to sleep. I was checking my phone before bed and ended up here somehow. Well, thank you very much for coming in and just seeing your son being created in a different aspect than usual. But thank you for coming in. Geordie gave me a Turkey Man sticker. I'm not sure where it's gone, and it haunts me. It could be anywhere in the loft. Needs pics of you and him afterwards. What, me and Turkey Man? Okay. I'll send that over to you. Once I've done, and you know, obviously lighting. You know, so like with sepia, you're going to get that sort of, you know, transition. Kissing the cheek, right? Kissing? You don't want much, do you? That should be behind a paywall. Lee does stuff for money. That doesn't sound right on many levels. But yeah, so I can't remember that. I can't honestly. Turkey Man is distracting me. Turkey Man goes wild. But yeah, I like white base, then sepia to give you that sort of rich lager, beer, ale look, and transition like colour. And if you want to try and get some frothy bits on the top, and then I think it's like blue to represent like clear glass or something like that. I seem to remember, but I honestly can't think. I can't think straight. Well, we will work on it. We will work on it. We will find. We will find a way of making it look gooder. Alas, poor Yorick. I knew him well, Horatio. Um, just haunt your dreams and nightmares. I'm actually really pleased how he's turned out so far, to be honest with you. That was it was lovely that Annie did manage to sneak in. I think a round of applause for Annie. Thank you very much for coming in and for bringing this unsung hero to the fore, as well as many other heroes that exist in reality, because we know that he is pure magical unreality made flesh, made turkey, and now exists within our frame and space. I had a very nice day today, and ending it is with applause is excellent. So you are more than welcome. You lovable little rogue, you and your wonderful company of miniatures. See, people are getting in with the claps now. They've once one starts, you know, others come in. I was like doing the golf clap, you know. Oh, you've done something awesome here. Admittedly, you may have just been doing this out of spite. Or there's a story to be told, and now that story can be told because he's here, he's loose, and he's tattooed to the buttocks. I'll probably do some a little bit more softer tonal dry blushing. I am blushing. Dry blushing, brushing, pronunciation, elocution, electrocution. And chocolate buttons. Chocolate buttons. Nighty night or night turkey man. Sweet dreams. Sorry. I've lost the button. And the button. Get on the edge of my seat. Yay! Ayush. So I always dream of Turkey Man. Well, I can't blame you. Look, the dude is packing. Come on. The bony basing out stock. Oh yeah, Annie, that bony basing. Can you get just bones, please? People like bones. They want bones. Bony basing is back soon. Woohoo! You heard it here, folks, people. Straight from El Presidente Grande of Bad Squiddo. I have loads in order, crap loads. Well, that must mean billions of boxes. That crap loads is way past that. Oh, yes. Streaming you on the big TV, giant turkey man butt is the stuff of nightmares. Well, that thing. I'll tell you what, if he had a G-string on, that'll be full of money. We know this to be true. It doesn't matter. He appeals to all. You know? Everybody. He just comes out, struts his stuff. You're in your hand, in your pocket, in your wallet, in your purse, and you are pulling out a hefty wedge of notes, and you are donating it to the Turkey Fund. Yes. But I take unknown time to get here, so I don't put it on pre-order as the people get across when it's an unknown amount of time. Watch the space though soon. Turkey man stalking you. Why can I hear clapping? That's how you know. That's how you know. They're just slow claps. Will you stop making me do stuff? I'm happy and content, Nigel. And your name's on his buttocks now. There, right there, for all to see, for all eternity. That's by Brad Dourif. No, it wasn't by Brad Dourif, was it? It was the other guy, Maximilian something or other, who was the doctor to Baron Vladimir Harkonnen. To Baron. Your disease is love to me. A G-string could only add to his aesthetic. You're teaming up with Nigel. No. But what about his cloaca? G-string and eyebrow. If like the Ken Campbell eyebrows. Yes, like that. Doing money in green stuff would be easy for a man of skills like Lee. You can fuck off. I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing, and I'm letting you do it because you know that I'll fucking do it. Really short eyebrows, like a dash. Well, yeah, that's what I was saying earlier on. It's like, do we just try to do like a little eyebrow action, like on the actual ridges sort of thing, like as an actual eyebrow that way, like it's been drawn on, sort of thing. You know, green stuff eyebrows is going to be a stuff of nightmares, and Nigel seems to take great joy in making me do that sort of shit. Oh, damn it. But yeah, I've done well with that. I'm not gonna lie, I did well. I actually admit to that being a job well done. A tattoo on the buttock is a job well done. And now I'm also looking at his belly button thinking, does he need it pierced? Does he? No, I don't think he does. I don't think a piercing would suit him. It's not his style. It's not his style. You know, maybe an earring, you know, so, you know, matches Nigel's. That could be interesting. Hey, Nigel. As this slowly evolves into a Nigel Turkey Man. But then but that means he loves himself. Oh my God, it's just full circle. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. It's beautiful, wonderful, wonderful, magical. Oh shit. I've been mentioned by Turkey Man. Yes, Turkey Man does actually have an official Instagram. Um, so adding to my story. Dude, no, I'm not having a pierced cloaca. That is just too much. That is too much, sir. I'm just going back through the chat at the moment, just trying to. Throw a little quote in there for you as well. There you go. So I'll share that onto Instagram. No, no. In junk messages. Alright, sorry about that. I was just sharing the love. I had to really try and focus just to get a heart on a butt of a fucking turkey. Yeah, so I was just listening to the little clip that Crystal salvaged from the stream earlier, and I just realised there's that. Go back there. Oh no, adverts! We got adverts. We don't need adverts. Adverts, go away. Adverts. Adverts are wrong. Wrong. Talk over them because we have to talk over them.
At an accuracy of 98%,
Bad things. Move. No. Skip. Where's the button? Skip. Thank you. Right. Where was he? Nah, that's better. No, right. So I'm no piercing. I will consider a G-string. But that could, I don't know. He could zap his superpowers. He's obviously got them. He's obviously got several amazing skill sets he can utilize at a moment's notice. We know this. We can see. We can sense it. What am I doing? I'm doing something. I thought of something and now I can't think of it. It's gone. There's a lot of swearing going on tonight. I do apologise to those of a nervous disposition. But what do you expect, really? What did you expect coming in here at this time of night when I'm partly fueled up with alcoholic beverage and there's a turkey man present? What did you really expect? Green stuff traffic cone hat. I did not think of that. I did not honestly think that that was even an option. You can probably get a small bloody traffic cone from somewhere to stick on his head, if so wished. I prefer a top hat. But that's just me. That's just me being whimsical about stuff. You know, he's of a well-to-do background. He must be upper middle class, at least from times before when things were easy and less challenging. What is everyone is everyone like actually doing the hobby, or are you just tormenting me? Is that what's going on? Magnetized. You can go off a person, Nigel. You can. It has been done. It can happen. A bit of one, bit of the other. Painting sorceresses. Oh, there you go. So you're doing some creativity, at least. That's all that matters. Mine the tattoo and his danglies. So we're going with eyebrows. Is that a little line eyebrow? Right, little lines. I'm in the bath. Well, thank you for the update. This is bath time for Nigel. He likes to have a late one. I see Turkey Man with a cane and top hat singing Putting on the Ritz. Of course you do. Because you would have to. In that situation, you have got a top hat on, you have got a cane, and you are, you know, putting on the Ritz. It's straight that, or the end to Spaceballs. Hello, my darling. Hello, my baby. Hello, my good time. With the old straw boater. Classic. Right. Eyebrows. Ooh. I'm thinking like maybe like a rhinox hide. Hold on a sec, what's he done? Sophish, really? that is a look. That is a vibe. So this is what Sophis has just sent over. As I said, that is a life choice. That is such a hard edge. That is something beyond. Oh, I just seen the notification that you put that in the bloody on your Discord and tagged everybody. Oh. I need to send you a Willie Rushton comedy sketch. I'll have you giving Turkey Man a T-shirt with the cat and cock on it. Well, you say that, right? What I have here, right, is this is a very old shirt because when like Maddie is doing her exams, and so the tradition of signing shirts was, done. End of school year, you sign on a shirt, good luck and all that sort of stuff. And all the messages on her shirt were really like, good luck, see you again soon, all the best, and all that sort of thing from all people at school. And I went, that's nothing like my shirt when my end of year. So, for example, you got best wishes, Wayne, and then you got fucking penises. I was wearing this shirt. Punch me, it says there. More penises. I fucked Miss Tracy, which is unfounded rumour. This way for a good suck. There you go. So yeah. To Marshall, you stud, keep shagging those birds. All the best, Brian. But yeah, there are several quite large phallic symbols across my shirt for the last day. Obviously 100% stud. That's obviously that's again cannot confirm or deny. There is a sheep, Marshall, the Welsh kilt wearer, sorry, and something about good luck, Lee, you wanker, love, Jenny. See, it's a beautiful thing that schools are quite different nowadays. Comparing that to what Maddie got, like they got really nice, and there was artistic license there. There was glitter pens on her shirt, and really nice. Admittedly, she does go to her sixth form college that she's attending is a Catholic sixth form college, all girls school. That is, funnily enough, the same school that Crystal went to. That's Moving Drive, Chingford High School in Chingford, and yeah. So there's a drastic change in cultures and behaviours of generations. Yeah, there's a lot of penis. Sorry, tangent. Well, I have the beard, yes. Lee has the alphabet. They write nice things now? Yes, they did. Mine has 0 penis. Well, you were lucky. Right? It said there was at least 3 to 4 there. Some of them were in action, I shall say, because they went the whole hog with that. And when you're standing there talking to someone, as someone is signing and someone else goes, oh, can I sign as well? Yeah, just stand there. You stand there like a complete chump. And because you can't read it, That's what I was getting from my friends. um, so I'm curious now. So it's 1, 2, 3. I did get Popeye on the sleeve. There was, yeah. So there's at least 3, 4. There's 4 penises. On that, good luck, Lee, you bastard, from Jay. Good luck and fuck off, love, kebab. That was Donna, as you can tell. There were some nice ones, but mostly insulting, telling me to fuck off. West Ham United, they can fuck off. Never mind, you'll get over it. There you go. So yeah, there was at least 4 penises, 4 whole penises. There you go. And those were the teachers. So that was the thing. Like when I was at school, my mum worked at the school as a cleaner, so I would sometimes stay behind to get a lift home. You know, because I couldn't be bothered to walk like 3/4 of a mile. Seems like a male thing to me. Yeah, there was no women who drew penises. It was just the lads. Because ha 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 ha. But yeah, so I kept it for blackmail purposes. But yeah, but because I used to stay behind at school, like go meet my mum, and like my auntie worked there as well, sort of thing. Well, she wasn't my real auntie, but you know, I was always told to call her Auntie Eve, so she was there as well. So you see them, have a chat, help out, put chairs onto desks, stuff like that, and then you get driven home. But obviously, there's teachers all around the school, and they're all going, "Marshall, what are you doing here?" And I went, "I'm waiting for my mum. She's, who's your mum?" And you go, "Gwenda," and they just look at you and go, "That explains a lot," because everybody knew my mum, and you know. So I then knew what their first names were. Although I didn't do it in class, I'd never go, "All right, Roy," or anything like that. You know, I knew you don't call a teacher by the first name in school hours. Afterwards, you deputy head of year. Hi, Brian. You get that look, but it's our school hours, and you're not doing it in front of kids, and they kind of let it slide. So yes, a bit cheeky, but you know. So small stripe for eyebrows. Being educated mostly in America, I have to ask, were you wearing that shirt when they signed it? Yes. That's what we did in the dark ages of school. Because you go, yeah, this is my first experience of ever having this done, and you never really think that someone's going to draw a 6-inch penis on your shirt. And it's the last day of school, so what are they going to do? Kick you out? Well, they could if they had caught me. You know, that's why you have jackets to wear. Why is that fucking lopsided? Why is that lopsided? What the fuck? Is my head lopsided? Oh my god. Hey, that tickles, giggling from behind. Lee does attract the penises though. They follow him around the room. Those were the teachers. So I just saw that. Yeah, we didn't have any bad teachers. We did have a teacher that had a fight with students where it kicked off in a classroom once. And I think it was the deputy. Yeah, so in my final year, the deputy head was a teacher called Clive Moore, Mr. Moore, and he did become the headmaster eventually. But he that is so looking like Ken Campbell. So I'm not sure if I don't know if he was the headmaster when Crystal was at the school, but he was actually a really good guy, decent enough chap. No idea. Oh, bless you. Right, I'm off to bed. Love you, Lee. Give Turkey Man a snuff for me. Okay. And I saw your other message saying about sending you pictures of it as well, you perv. But I will do that for you because it's all your fault. Night, Nigel. With a couple of odd ones. One who broke one of those non-slamming doors. Impressive. Another one who demonstrated gravity by dropping a drawer on a kid's head. Impressive. Nights off and the rest of you reprobates. At school, I said there was a couple of times when teacher got physical with removing and again it's like there were kids in there that were quite big, even though they're kids they were still broad and tall sort of thing, teenagers, and well built, they were corn fed. Pardon me. There were other teachers that were completely wet behind the ears. Dr. Sotovich was one of them, who was Eastern European, spoke decent English, but obviously with quite accented. And I remember my friend Jeff and Steve, they discovered ethanol, and he mixed ethanol and something that you mix with it. So it's basically, it lights, but it doesn't burn as such. It's like ethanol and lime water or something like that. So you have a flame, so you could actually hold it in your hand, sort of thing. But as they was doing it, somebody accidentally knocked something, and the bottle it was in went across the flame and against the wall in one of the science block classrooms, and went up the wall, and we were like, "Wah! It's fire!" Even though it was, fire. And I remember that Jeff had to take off his jacket and beat the flames out with it. It was a brand new like bomber jacket type thing with the patches on, and it basically melted the material. So obviously something had cooled, but he put the flames out. There was no real damage. No fire alarms went off, and everyone's sitting there just going, "Ah, there's a fire!" But he put it out quickly, but he did melt his brand new jacket. There was kids. I remember bringing in. Literally, we went into history class it was our last class of the day. So after lunch, we had this last lesson, Or no, it was the last lecture. Oh, yeah, whatever. It was double history. Going into there after having at lunchtime, hiding down near the out on the grass areas down by the side of one of the buildings, drinking Jamaican white rum that my friend Rodney had brought in from his home, where his uncle had come back from Jamaica with some white rum. And so yeah, we were drinking that, but that's nothing compared to a guy called Gary who was in the same class at a later date, who was off his tits. He had taken something and he was like just trying to keep it together. He turned up to class with the deputy headmaster, and the deputy headmaster, like, he got through the fucking lesson, but we all knew that there was something not quite right with Gary. He was definitely off piste, so to speak. There was, yeah, it was like, how the fuck he didn't get fucking booted out. I don't know. Pardon me. Sorry, a bit tired, but I just realised what the time was, so it's probably best that I've got work tomorrow. So yeah, fun. Tomorrow evening, or tomorrow afternoon, or some point tomorrow, the wonderful Crystal McDowell, I'm assuming, might be doing one of her Twitch streams. So be sure to check it out, because Crystal is awesome at the Twitch. Fucking what? You have finished 2 minis today. I just noticed a notification as well. Hey, that pint's not looking too bad. That's pretty cool. I was like happy. I love it. I love it. Little hat. See, that's almost a picture. Obviously, sans beard, sunglasses, and bikini thingy. And there's the height of it. Wow. That is a small little dude, a little dudette. That's really worked. Yeah, that's really cool. It's really cool. Oh, excellent work. Well done, you. Well done. And 2 minis, and that was like, that's impressive. They were grass fed. Yeah. But thank you for a wonderful evening. I've had a lovely time with you guys, hanging out, being tortured, other things that I can't even think of the words. That's how far gone my brain is. Extremely. Thank you, boss. Thank you. Much appreciated as always. But yeah, so we have conquered. Together, we have conquered Turkey Man. I don't think it gets any better than that. That is something. That is an achievement that we've all shared this evening. That slightly eyebrowed miscreant. Or has he conquered our hearts? Well, he has a special place, but he loves MB. With that turkey strut. Admittedly, they put up a video the other day because I posted up a picture of Turkey Man, and there was a song that do the gobble gobble, and I put that on there, and then next minute Turkey Man's obviously shared it. So it's appropriate. It's like a theme. I do the good double gabble. So yeah, I will take some pictures and pop them up. And yes, so thank you all again from the bottom of my turkey. I just sent a picture to Georgie. He's upset. What, of your gnomes? Have to hang out for a bit. Catch you later. Off to have Turkey Man nightmares now. Are they nightmares? Are they? Great job, Crystal. But yeah, so I'll be back on Wednesday here for. I don't know. I don't know where I can go after Turkey Man. You know, I think I've peaked. This is the pinnacle of turkey butt. Yeah, well, Geordie loves a bit of turkey butt, I'm sure. Right, that's it. Time's up. You lovely, lovely individuals. I love you all. I think you're awesome. And thank you for hanging out with me and watching me break. So until Wednesday from 8 p.m. GMT, +1 for Europe, or 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will see you again then. So enjoy the rest of your weekends. Nighty night, people. Laters.